Hey guys, what's up? I'm Erin and welcome back to the channel. Every year, millions of Americans wait for that tax refund to hit their bank account. And for many, it feels like a bonus, free money. But here's the thing. According to the IRS, nearly 2/3 of all tax filers will get a refund this year. And while that refund can be a sizable check that people wait all year for, let's be clear. It isn't free money from the government. It's a refund of your own money. You overpaid on your taxes, and now the government is just giving you your money back. But what if I said your tax refund could be one of the biggest financial opportunities you get all year long, so long as you use it right? So let's look at what you can do to use your tax refund to build a stronger financial future. The national average tax refund for the 2023 tax season was roughly $3,200, with some states having significantly higher average refunds and others more in line with that national average. There is a connection between income and the size of your tax refund. Those upper middle income earners tend to receive a higher tax refund because they have larger withholdings and they may qualify for larger deductions and credits. Lower income earners tend to have smaller refunds because they have more modest withholdings and qualify for less credits. And high income earners, well, they tend to get a tax bill rather than a refund. The number of taxpayers receiving a refund and the refund itself hasn't really significantly changed over time. It has stayed pretty solidly in the 3,000 to 4,000 range. Even back in 2015, the refund sizes were pretty similar. If we rewind all the way back to 2005, they were noticeably smaller then. But I think a really common theme here is that for most Americans, they can expect a decent tax return on an annual basis. And while it can be really exciting to get a tax refund, because how often do we really get a bonus influx of cash throughout the year? Not that often. And notably for younger generations, 40 to 50% say they strongly rely on this refund to cover routine expenses. And it makes sense. When you're in your younger years, you're in the throes of life expenses. As you tend to get older, your expenses tend to stabilize a bit. Now, I do want to gently push back on this idea of using your tax refund to cover routine expenses, because you've made it all year without this money. But sometimes, just in anticipation of this check, we take on extra expenses, whether they're needs or wants, just knowing this check is coming. So we kind of give ourselves permission to spend. What if you put that check to better use? What if instead of spending it, you used it to build a stronger financial foundation? Now, one of the best things you can do with your tax refund is if you have any credit card debt or any high interest consumer debt, go ahead and get that paid off. That will save you money in the long run. Alternatively, if you don't yet have an emergency fund, this can be a great starting point. But you do want to make sure to put it in its own isolated savings account so it's not readily accessible, so that the money is there if you truly experience an emergency. And by beefing up your emergency fund, next time you run into a bind, you won't have to resort to credit card debt. Now, assuming you don't have any high interest debt and you already have a fully funded emergency fund, one of the best things you can do with this money is to simply invest it. Whether that's contributing to your 401k, your 403b, an HSA to help cover medical expenses completely tax-free, or maybe it's simply investing it into a traditional or a Roth IRA. This is one of the best things you can do to set yourself up for long-term financial success. The fact of the matter is, only 50% of Americans turning 60 this year are confident that they have enough saved for retirement. That is a very high statistic for a group of people who are very close to retirement age. And so one of the best things you can do is to make smart financial moves today when you're perhaps decades away from retirement. If you invest this money, this can make it so you retire with confidence. So you're not left questioning, do I have enough for retirement when I want to step away from the workforce? What if you had this average tax refund, let's say $3,500, and what if for an entire working career, 40 years, you invested this amount on an annual basis? What could it be worth? Well, assuming an 8% rate of return, this investment could grow to over $900,000. That's incredible. If you saved nothing other than this tax refund, you could have nearly $1 million saved by the time you retire. And as an added bonus, if you put it into a Roth account, that money would come out completely tax-free in retirement. Consider that the median investable assets, so excluding home value, the median investable assets for a 65-year-old today are just $164,000. I find that absolutely astounding, that you could save nothing outside of your tax refund and still come out light years ahead. This really speaks volumes to saving small amounts over a long period of time and how powerful that really can be. So because of that, I think there's no stronger argument than investing your tax refund. I'm not a huge fan of using your tax refund as a splurge. Now, make no mistake about it. I think you should have fun with your money, but I think you should build fun into your budget. Whether it's a vacation or an experience, build that right into your budget and make sure you enjoy it. When it comes to your tax refund, let's be purposeful with that because it isn't just found money. It's an overpayment of your taxes. Now, I do think there's one really smart way to spend your tax refund, and that is investing in yourself, whether it's taking a course, learning a new software, attending a conference where you can grow your network and open new doors. All of these things are money well spent. Anything that makes you more marketable or more valuable to the marketplace has a big payoff over time. And let's be honest, increasing your income in the long run has a much bigger payoff than a one-time investment, because if you can grow your income, the more you can save and the more you can invest. And I do think it's important to say that this doesn't have to be an all or nothing decision. Yes, I am an advocate for putting this money towards savings and towards investments, but if you want to split it, if that gets you to save a portion of it, then that can absolutely be a good decision. So maybe you take most of it and you put it towards investments, and you take a smaller portion and you put that towards fun and enjoyment. Like I said, if this is what you need to do in order to get yourself to invest a portion of it, that can be a great decision. You don't have to put it all towards one path or another. And remember, a lot of people do actually get state refunds as well. So treat it the same as your federal refund. Remember that that is your money, put it to work. Ideally, if you're someone who routinely gets a large tax refund, one of the best things you can do is adjust your withholdings. The IRS does have an online tool that can help you figure out how much you should be withholding from your paycheck through your W-4. And keep in mind, if you've had a major life change, whether that's getting married, having kids, getting a divorce, maybe you work a side hustle where you don't have taxes withheld, it can be a good chance to go ahead and revisit your withholdings to make sure they're as accurate as possible to reduce your chance of getting a large refund. And to adjust this, all you need to do is submit an updated W-4 with your employer. And this does mean less taxes would be taken out of your paycheck, so you would have more of your money to work with throughout the year. So you still want to make sure to be intentional with your dollars throughout the year, not just at tax time. Now, I do know that some people really enjoy getting a larger tax refund. So if that's you, you do you. You have to do what works best for you. And I am a big believer in saving year round, not just at tax time. I feel like that does need to be said. So I would say save 10 to 15% of your income throughout the year. And if you're struggling to do that, maybe adjusting your withholdings could make it easier. Also, if you are due a refund, the IRS does have tracking tools for this. You can simply log on to the IRS website to track your refund, or you can download the IRS mobile app. Obviously, if you electronically file, you'll receive your refund sooner than if you paper file, but the vast majority of people do receive their refund within 90 days of filing, so that's a fairly quick turnaround time. But if you do want to use these resources, the app or the website, you can track when your tax return has been filed, received, approved, and ultimately when that refund has been issued to you. At the end of the day, you can do what most do, which is to let this refund slip through your fingertips, spent on stuff that you likely won't even remember. Or you can use it to get ahead. Invest it, pay off debt, build security, maybe invest in yourself so you earn more next year. And if you want to stop giving the government an interest-free loan, you can go ahead and adjust your withholdings. Ultimately, I really do think you should look at this tax refund as the opportunity it is to build a better financial future for yourself. What are you planning on doing with your tax refund? Are you getting a tax refund or are you getting a tax bill? Leave your thoughts in a comment down below. I post new videos every single week. If you got anything at all out of this one, please give it a like. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, or if you know of someone who might get something out of this type of content, please consider sharing. I'll see you soon. Bye. I think that microphone's in a good spot. Probably should check before I start. If you smile too big, it's weird, but I spend like half my time laughing at myself, so I have to remind myself. Bring it down a notch. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what I'm saying. My tummy, I'm so hungry. I feel like I say that a lot in these videos, but I am hungry all the time in the morning. I run off coffee for the first handful of hours of the day, but I did recently discover matcha, so I'm like making a segue. Half the amount of coffee, half matcha. Tastes pretty good. I'm gonna try this. Not sure if I can do it, but we're gonna try. I need to silence this. I don't have time at the moment. I'm in the middle of filming. I will get back to you. I don't know.